Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakal Kadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. And I got two clips I want to show real quick. Spirit jumped on me to do it. So you got protests and riots and violence and uproars of the people breaking out throughout all the earth, man. And in these two clips, you got one in Venezuela and another one in the UK, where they're going crazy over there. The scriptures tell you that there will be uproars of the people, right, in the world. Because of what? Distress, right? Distress of nations. You know, that's what that's what's going on, man. You have a distress of nations. All these nations are angry with how their government is being ran, you know, who's in power. People ready to just go in, man. It says Luke 21 and verse 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon. You had that, you know, the blood moons, the eclipses, you know. It says, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations, man. Right? With perplexity. Right? You know? So that's what it makes sense, man. The scriptures make sense. Right? Let's get that definition of perplexity, man. Right? Perplexity, it means a state. Wait, let's see it real quick. Perplexity. Let's get it. Salakia. It says perplexity. What does it mean? It says something that's perplexed, a case plagued with perplexities, a tangle, involved, or confused condition or situation. So that's what these people are in, man. A confused condition. And they don't know what's going on. All they know is that they don't like it. You know? So this is why you got uproars of the people. Right? And the distress. Right? People are in distress, man. So when you read 2 Ezra 9, and I'm going to play it real quick. I got two clips. 2 Ezra 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. This is signs that the Lord is visiting the world, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is pouring his spirit out in the earth, man. And it's causing chaos. Because what? The will of the Lord is to destroy this kingdom. Verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of these, Salakis, speak of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So the Lord was bringing this out in the beginning, man. He told you that this will happen. He told you that this will happen, man. He told you that people would be in an uproar. People would be angry. People would be upset. You know? People would be upset, man. And one more, and we're going to play it. People would be upset out of their minds and not okay with any decisions that's being made. Right? Scriptures just keep popping in my head. You know, it's all the spirit. Proverbs 29 and 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, man. Is anybody rejoicing right now? Hell no. People ain't rejoicing, man. You don't see people happy when you put them on camera, man. Everybody talking about pretty much the same thing. how they don't like it here, how it's too hard to survive out here. You know, how they're gonna make it. The Lord said, when the righteous are on authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And every ruler that is set over these countries is a wicked ass ruler, man. This is why the people are not happy. If there was a righteous ruler, you think people would be in the uproar, man? No. But that's how you know who's in charge, man. This is how you know who's controlling everything, man. Ultimately, it's Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, but the Lord put, Satan over this kingdom, man, to where all, the rulership is completely wicked and out of order, man. So that's what you have, man. This is what you have. This is why you have these things going on. So without any further ado, we're going to play it so you get a visual on really how the people feel. And like I said, us as the Israelites, we don't give a damn, man. Because we know this is the end. This is the end of Esau, Edom's kingdom, and the beginning of Jacob's kingdom. Jacob, meaning you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, and those over there in Venezuela, right? The indigenous. I believe those go back to, I don't know if it's Asher or, I forgot what tribe. But they go back to the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, man. Right? And they're Israelites. They're not Venezuelan. They're Israelites, man. From their perspective tribe. I'm going to get the tribe. So let's play this. Yahweh Shem Yahushua willing and elect is edified. Shalom.
For more protests today after Sunday's presidential elections. President Nicolas Maduro now accusing the U.S. of what he calls a coup attempt following the country's contested election. The U.S. rejects the claim, but officials say it is clear that Maduro lost. So joining me now for more on this, economist and professor at Brown University, Danny Bahar. Danny, so break this down for us here. Many Venezuelans hope that this election would have led the country to break away from that authoritarian rule that began with former President Hugo Chavez. What do these protests signal, and how are they different from the protests that we have seen in the past?
I think these protests are first and foremost expressing a deep frustration of the people of Venezuela who, for 25 years, they've been suffering from an authoritarian government that, beyond being authoritarian, it destroyed the economy of the country, destroyed institutions, and created the largest refugee crisis in the history of the hemisphere or even the world. And for the first time, they actually unified to go to the polls and elect democratically an alternative. Given the fact that these elections were not free nor fair, that the candidates that were supposed to run were banned by the government, but over all those obstacles, they went, and as of now, it's been almost a week since the election, and the government entity or the electoral power hasn't released the full set of results, meaning that the tallies of every single poll in the country. So people are frustrated, and people want finally to have a peaceful transition to another government that will bring democracy back. The regime, the autocratic regime of Maduro, has made up some numbers that have no basis whatsoever in terms of that are not realistic in terms of what happened on Sunday.
And I believe Salakia, I still may be incorrect, but I believe they from the tribe of Naphtali.
And people are expressing frustration, and they first and foremost want to call to the military of the government of the country that are supposed to obey the constitution and make this authoritarian government accept the results and do have a peaceful transition of power.
Yeah, the images that we were just seeing on the screen there are striking of the protests that are happening. And Danny, for years now, the country has been suffering from so much economic turmoil and widespread violence, which has caused mass immigration. What could we see happen if there is no resolution in Venezuela?
Well, I think we're going to continue to see a spiral of a country that will continue to move into more and more authoritarian methods. And what we're seeing this week is that there has been more and more, as the protests have started, there has been also more and more repression, more people taken to jail because of their political opinions only. And a recent poll of just a couple of months ago said that 40% of Venezuelans would be considering moving out of the country if the regime, if Maduro stays in power, if there's no change. So, Rachel, this would mean that there's already about 8 million Venezuelans that have fled the country since 2015 or 2016. Another 40% who are still in the country wanting to flee. That could be another 10 million people. This would be almost 20 million people, more than half the country, that have decided that would be out of the country as refugees. This has significant impact everywhere in the world. And this would be perhaps the largest refugee crisis since World War II. So we're talking here about a big geopolitical aspect that all the world, all the international community should be putting their eyes on Venezuela and try to really find a solution here.
Wow. And just to underscore,
the resolution is that the Lord going to come back and he's going to make things right. Because as long as this draconian government and leaders are in authority, everybody's going to be in the uproar and upset, man. They want this dude out, because all of these presidents and mayors and the people that have been set over the countries to guide it, they all been corrupted. They all been bought and paid for, man. They all working for the agenda. You can't trust them, man. And these protests and violence, that's going to come to America, and it's going to hit America hard, man. What you seen out here, lately, that's going to be nothing compared to how it's going to end up, man. It's going to get real violent with bodies going to start dropping and blood going to be shed, man. Right? Where you going to fear for your life in your house. It's not going to get better. It's going to get more and more violent. It's going to get worse. Right? I got to know
what you're saying there. That could be a huge refugee crisis, millions and millions of people. All right, Danny, we so appreciate you for your insights and your time. Thank you so much.
Right. So let's get this other one. It's Salakia for this damn, ad.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. With Spectrum.
Turning now to Venezuela, where violent protests have erupted over allegations that Sunday's presidential election was stolen by the country's authoritarian leader, Nicolas Maduro. The opposition candidate, who was strongly favored in the polls, says he has proof that he won. Lilia Luciano is the only U.S. network correspondent in Venezuela.
It was widespread chaos on the streets of Venezuela Monday, as thousands of demonstrators across the country protested what they say was an attempt by President Nicolas Maduro to steal the country's president.
And you'll have some Israelites say, "Oh, well, how can they be oppressed when they have their own countries? If this was their own country, they wouldn't be over there doing that, man. They oppress just like you so-called Negroes over here in America, man, and Latinos over here in America. They oppress the same way. You can see it. The proof is in the pudding, man. And they are Israelites."
Presidential election. We were there as a brawl erupted in the capital, in Caracas.
A group of protesters in the front of the line throwing the canisters of tear gas back at police. There's a lot of police motorcycles here confronting them. You're seeing a lot of tear gas. The group of protesters back there, some of them told us that they assembled peacefully, and that's when police started arriving and all of this confrontation started taking place.
Soy Nicolás Maduro Moro, presidente.
Maduro claimed victory for a third 6-year term, while challenger Edmundo González claimed to have the proof that he received 70% of the vote against Maduro's 30%. President Maduro took office in 2013, and during his presidency...
Yeah, because I guarantee you they voted over there, man. They voted for the other, dude to get in. And he didn't get in, and it was stolen. The same way all the elections are stolen, man. As in the sense where, people may look at it that way, but these people that's put in power, they're selected. They're not elected. Your vote don't count, man. Your votes don't count. They only make you vote to make you feel like you have a voice, man. That you got power. It's all a hoax, and it's all phony, man. It's all a damn setup. The same way it is over here in America, the same way it is over there in Venezuela, Chile, Mexico, you know, the UK, wherever, man. There's not gonna be no change until Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua comes and corrects this place, man, and sets up a righteous rulership, man, a righteous government, which is the 144,000 of the elect men of the nation of Israel, man, which consists of you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans. That's the righteous government that's going to be set up. The righteous kingdom is about to be set up, man. This kingdom is on its way out, right? Because Esau Edom, the so-called white man, he has ties over there in Venezuela, man, right? I heard this is all happening because he wants to get over there and get something from that country, man. So this devil ain't going to change, and this devil is behind all of this, right? Who you think put that man up in power, man? Esau Edom, the so-called white man, man. That's who did it. 2 Ezra 13 and 31. It says, and one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, one realm against another. And you see the people, they going at it with each other, man. The people, the civilians, quote unquote, is fighting the government, fighting law enforcement, because everybody is fed up, man. Right? This is a chaotic situation. And it's going to be like this throughout the whole earth, man. Throughout the whole earth. And we've been telling you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans who you are, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You are Israelites. And you need to get on board with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You need to seek the Lord. Because whatever you think is going to be of any, you know, substance or anything that's going to help you in the future to come, according to this society and this kingdom, is all going to leave you, man. It's all going to be to no avail. The only one that is going to help you and save you and protect you is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. That's it. Let's continue.
More than 7 million citizens have fled the country over poverty and violence, many to the U.S.-Mexico border. Blanca Suarez was among those who fled with her young boys, but returned home to vote and hope for a regime change.
See that? She returned home to vote. The same way our people are blinded here in America, they're blinded over there in Venezuela, man. They're blinded over there in Colombia, in Cuba. They're blinded, man. It's the same thing going on throughout the whole earth, man. Same result, man. They don't like who's in power.
Venezolano va a salir a enfrentarse en una selva.
She says no Venezuelan would want to brave the jungle, risking violence, rape, and death, but says now it's a necessity for her.
And this morning, the opposition has called for peaceful but massive protests, as they say, for people to defend the truth and allow for a transition to happen. There is grave concern about what they could be met with. Vlad.
All right, Luciano in Venezuela, thank you very much.
So you see what's going on over there, and you got it over here too. It says violent anti-immigration protest sweeps the UK. So over there in the UK, they it's pretty much the same thing, because everybody's seeing through the bullshit, man. Everybody's seeing the trick bag now. They all seeing it. Let's get some scripts, man. And then we're gonna play this and we're gonna be out. This is, 1 Thessalonians, which is one of my favorite scriptures, man. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. So those of us that are in the know, that have this truth, that got eyes to see and ears to hear through through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, they have no need to write unto us, man. We know what's going on. We understand what's going to happen. We can see in the future, man. We got the cheat sheet, man, so to speak. It says, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, because they go out and vote, they think that, oh, we're going to have peace and safety if we can get this dude in office, if we can vote who we want in, right? The Lord said, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape, man. So there's not going to be any peace and safety. There's going to be sudden destruction. And the people, they see it, man. They seeing it now. Their eyes are being opened now. They like, oh, snap. It's like that. We got to do something. You know? We got to do something. Let's get another one. Isaiah. See if this is what I want. Isaiah 13 and Isaiah 13 and 8. It says, and they shall be afraid, right? Fangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. That's the state that the people are in. Sorrows, man. Fangs and sorrows. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Yeah, people going to be angry, man. People going to be mad, furious, right? That's what these people coming with. They ain't coming with the talking no more, man. Now it's about action. Now it's about action, man. Right? It's about action now. You know? Let's get one more. Ezekiel chapter 7. Because like I said, everybody looking for peace and safety. Ain't going to be none, man. This is it. Ain't going to be none, man. Ezekiel 7:25. Destruction cometh. That's what's coming. That's the only thing coming. Right? Before there's peace, it's going to be destruction on a high level. But you got to get through the destruction. And who's going to be able to get through the destruction? The elect of the nation of Israel, man. Because there is an elect of every nation that's going to be saved. What they're going to be saved from? Some are going to be saved to be delivered to inherit the kingdom. Others are going to be saved to be slaves. That's it, man. And the ones that are going to be saved for the kingdom is only the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, man. Everybody else that's going to be saved is going to be saved to be slaves and to be in captives. They're going to be saved to be captives, man. Whose captives we were. That's what's going on. So the Lord said what? Ezekiel 7:25 again. Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. Ain't going to be no peace. Right? Everybody talk about love, love, peace. Peace, brother, peace. We got to love each other. That's out the door. Right? You see it. Violent anti-immigration protest sweeps the UK, man. In the UK, they don't play over there. They do not play over there, man. So let's play this. I got two more. We're going to shut it down.
we've seen Muslim communities targeted, attacks on mosques, other minority communities singled out, Nazi salutes in the street, attacks on the police, wanton violence alongside racist rhetoric. So no, I won't shy away from calling it what it is, far-right thuggery.
There we go. So hey, it's not a game, man. Let's see about this one. I'm gonna just let
Do you
it
like
play
having
through. Salakia. Damn it. And all of these things happen pretty much in the span of 3 to 5 days, man. Right? You got all types of things going on. You know, all types of chaos in the street. All types. It's not a game, man. People are fed the hell up, man. They don't want who's in power. Right? They don't want who's in power. They got a lot of people in there who are bought and paid for. You know? Who are bought and paid for. And when that happens, what do you see? Chaos in the street. You see chaos in the streets, man. Right? Chaos all through, you know, the streets, man. All right, let me just Salakia. I'm trying to get this up real quick. All right. So this is going back to Venezuela because those people over there that were you know, in the UK, most of those were heathens, man. We don't really give a damn. We don't give a damn about heathens, man. This is it for them. Right? So let's get 2 more. We're gonna shut it down. This is Luke. Because it ain't gonna be no peace. It's not gonna be no, you know, coming together, singing kumbaya and all that BS, man. We're in the time of judgment. This is Luke 21. Salakia, Luke 12 and 51. Suppose ye that I come to give peace on earth. This is Yahweh Shah, man, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Right? Salakia for this damn ad. It says, you know, suppose ye that I come to give peace on earth, I tell you nay, meaning no, but rather division. And this is what you see, division, man. In every country, division. Division, man. They realize that voting is a scam. You know, they like that dude, man. They don't like this dude, Nicolas Maduro, because they know he's corrupt. The other one may be corrupt too. It's all to play with your emotions and your feelings, man. Right? That's all. So the Lord said it again. Let's see it again. Luke 12 and 51. Suppose ye that I come to give peace on earth. I tell you nay, but rather division. So this is what it is, man. Division. Worldwide division. Worldwide division, man. They have you, you know, what's the word? They basically have you believing on a false hope. Right? When it's all corrupt and it's all fucking, it has not your best interest at heart, man. Right? Let's get one more. Isaiah 15. All right? Isaiah 15 and verse 3. And it reads, in their streets they shall gird themselves with sackcloth. Yeah, being sorrow, right? Being a pitiful state, man. It says, on the tops of their houses and in their streets, everyone shall howl. That's what you see going on. Everyone is howling, man. Angry. Got something to say. Want their voice to be heard. Weeping abundantly, man. And this is a sign of weeping. When people are angry, that's a sign of them being angry. First, they're angry to the point where they're crying, and then it turns into rage and anger, right? And that's what, you see in the streets. This is a sign of weeping and mourning and sorrow, right? So this is coming to America in a major way, right? I just wanted to touch on this. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua willing to elect the other Father. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakadash, for blessing me with the Spirit to do this lesson. Hey, until the next lesson, repent, man, because we at the end. Shalom.